Adapting Adventures, and today we are going to be doing a modified bike check. I started a channel taking along the adventures with my Marlin 5 2021 mountain bike. I have a syndrome called TAR syndrome, thrombocytia absent radii, and basically what that means is I have a low platelet count, so I bruise really easily, as well as missing the radius bone in the forearm, so it makes it harder to grip on and hold on to things, but my arm strength's there. No, hashtag no arm pump, right? Well, and then with my knees, I don't have kneecaps. I've been through over 40 surgeries by the time I was 21. My right knee doesn't fully bend all the way. It bends about 90 degrees. And I've kind of helped build my bike to help accommodate that. That's a little bit about me. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And don't forget to improvise, adapt, and overcome. Out with the Marlin 5 2021, right at the summer of the pandemic, and I have done several modifications to make it more rideable for myself. As you can see, I put on the box orange 8-inch rise handlebars, BMX bars. That allows me to be more upright, but still maintain control without it being too tippy and unbalanced and unstable. Makes it a lot more stable. We put on, I did the SLX 4-piston brakes front and rear. The front fork is a 92 Mark IV, 100 millimeter of travel with a lockout and a switch on the expansion, which helps for transitioning from road rides to being on the trail, smashing through the berms and the roots. I slammed everything in close as I can into the handlebars to make it easier for my reach. It still makes it nice and nimble, but still sturdy overall. And I went with 90 millimeter grips. They're meant for the bars with the throttle shifters, but they work out in my favor with the length of my hands. And then we chopped that off. The frame is a extra small, which the stock fork was 80 millimeters, so I did increase the travel by 20 millimeters. And I've noticed a big difference in the way how it rides. We ended up putting a dropper post, wireless, and a wireless drivetrain, all the Sram AXS. So now it's easier for when I shift. I don't have to throw that switch lever all the way forward when my hand barely goes, so I have to take my hand off the handlebars just to press the lever. Now I can keep my hand on the bar and just press the button. The timing and the shifting and the instant feedback really makes it nice. Before I had the dropper post, I actually had the stem facing backwards so it would be closer, because I always had to have the saddle down low. But now that I can be more up on and in front of my bike, it makes it more stable, and I get a better pedal stroke now. So my right knee doesn't bend all the way, it bends about 90 degrees. So with the longer crank arms, if my knee had to go above my hip, my foot wasn't staying on the pedal. So my only pedal stroke was just the pushing down moment of the stroke. Well, now with the shorter cranks, they are the Prevlo Air 140 millimeter length cranks. Um, Now I can have the saddle all the way up and have enough room where I can bend my leg, my hip, and my knee and keep my foot on the pedal. It did take quite a while of a learning curve of going from no dropper post to having a wireless dropper post. Finding the balance of how to push it up and down when I need it to. Um, and then I have the oval absolute black chainring. It is the 32 tooth. I initially was having the 30 tooth oval chainring, but in the process of when I started with this bike to where it's at now, I was going in a smaller crank, but it was still staying as like a 3x to a 2x. And then eventually when I got to the 1x, that's when I went with the oval chainring. And when you have the oval chainring, it acts like I call it a turbo. And it does a little extra little quick acceleration spin when it gets to the smaller gear of the width of the cog. And then it builds back up and you get that power back. And you can accelerate really fast. And with that and the shorter cranks, this thing really, really climbs, especially with the 12-speed Sram AXS wireless shifter. It's like all I know is the big cog in the very back, the easy climbing gear. I've been climbing the end of the trails where before I had to get off and walk it up. Now I can just climb and power through anything. So I also mulleted this bike. Mulleted. Mulleted. Is that even a word, mulleted? Well, yes, I put my bike in a mullet. So stock at the extra small frame, it is still a 27.5 in the front and rear. Well, with me being about 5'1", I still was struggling to get my foot on over the wheel. So I put a 26-inch wheel in the rear. So with that, it slackens the head tube angle, making the wheelbase a lot wider. So with the wheelbase being wider and the handlebars being so high up and angled back more, that it also makes the steering more stable. Kind of like those big choppers, motorcycles that you see at Bike Week, where the wheel is way down yonder and you have the handlebars way up. Well, it's kind of what I did with my bike, and it makes it very stable for going fast, and when I need it to lean it and turn it, the short chainstay wheelbase allows to give it that little whippiness to make it around corners, dodge trees, get around rocks or boulders or up and over obstacles. So all in all, this Trek Marlin 5 has really been quite an adventure, quite an experience. I do want to give a shout out to Caney Fort Cycles Bike Shop and Trail and Fitness Bike Shop. They both helped me with the start, the middle, and the end of the journey up till now. I've really been able to go faster. Oh, I forgot. Also, the front wheel has I upgraded it from the 160 to a 180 millimeter travel. I mean, no, not travel, but 180 millimeter rotor disc size to help get better braking in the front, as well as the tires are the rear tire is a Continental Cross King, and the front is a Continental Mountain King. And then the pedals are the Rock Roads. I got them on Amazon back when I had my previous bike, which was the reason why I got this bike. I will show a little slideshow at the end. It will have my bike journey through photos over the last several years of where it started, stock, to how it's gotten Um, Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. That'll help a lot. Appreciate it. And next time, I'll see you out on the trails. Catch you later. Don't forget to improvise, adapt, and overcome.